y'all, thanks for coming back to my channel. So in this video we're going to be talking about the water element. Shout out to my Cancers. I got my moon shirt on. Shout out to the Cancers. I am a Cancer sun, gang gang. But this is not just about Cancers. This is talking about the water element. So this is going to be a series of videos where I talk about all the different elements of the zodiac, and then I talk a little bit about each zodiac sign that fits that element. So water zodiac signs are Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And when we're talking about a planet, or we're talking about elements in a person's chart, keep in mind that you do need to look at your full birth chart. Just because you might be a sun sign Cancer, you'll be like, oh, I'm not sensitive, I'm not this, I'm not that, blah blah blah. You probably got a lot of Leo in your chart, or you probably, well, Leos can be sensitive. Quiet as a kid, they don't want to show it, but they can be sensitive. But you might be a Cancer that has a lot of earth in your chart, so that might kind of like make your water element not as strong, right? You're stronger in that. So look at your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising sign. If you have a stellium, 3 or 4 more planets in one sign. I say 3. I heard people say 4. I don't freaking know. You all let me know what's a stellium to you. 3 or 4 planets in one zodiac sign. So yeah, you need to look at your full chart, but let's just get into it. So when you're looking at the elements in the zodiac, it's important to look at how it's played out in nature. So the earth is like what, 70 to 80% water. Our body is 70 to 80% water. So the water element itself is extremely abundant. I would say one of the key words that people don't always say for water signs is abundance. Water is abundance. There's a lot of water out here. Water everywhere. The water element is extremely abundant. And another key word that you hear a lot is intuitive, because you have to think water has a memory. Water is kind of like energy. It's never created nor destroyed, right? I mean, I'm sure you can create some water in the lab, right? H2O. But water is recycled. You know, you have water in a cup, it gets evaporated, and then it comes down as condensation or rain, whatever. So water has a memory to it. The same water that we're drinking today is the same water that our ancestors drank hundreds of thousands of years ago. Like, water has a memory to it. And that's really, really important when we're looking at the water sign, because I think that is part of the reason why there's a sense of intuition with water signs, because it's like, you know what, I've been here before, like I've seen this before. Like, they are tapped into that energy of the memory of what the water element holds. Okay, I feel like my energy really changed when I started talking about water elements, because I just did a fire element video. I felt like I had to be like, before water, I'm like, nam yo horen geikyo. Let me drink some water, y'all. If you have a lot of water in your chart, there should be a sense of ease to things and a sense of comfort and calming energy that you give to people. Don't get me wrong. Water is similar to fire in that water can be calming, relaxing, nurturing. You take a warm bath. You can lay and soak in the tub. You're able to, drink some cool, refreshing water. But a hurricane is going to come through and mess all of that up. You know, a tsunami is going to come and demolish everything. A flood demolishes everything. So the water element, very similar to the fire element, can be therapeutic, but it can also be destructive. So keep that in mind. And as I talked about in my other videos, when you're looking at anybody's chart, a zodiac sign, they can be more mature energy, a more evolved, ascended energy, or that person can be more in the energy of that zodiac sign that's more immature, more juvenile, more new, and more naive about things, and also low vibrational. So it just depends on where that person is in their journey as to how their water element is going to be displayed. So for example, I'm a Cancer. Cancers can be very moody. They can be very Cancers can be extremely manipulative. People don't think it, but yes, Cancers can manipulate the heck out of you. Is that a little like, did I just give out some little, did I tell our secret? We can be manipulative, but we can also calm people. We can also reassure people. We can also be nurturing to people and be like, you know, it's okay, da 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 da. We can really offer some type of sense of comfort because we're very much so tapped into the emotional self. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. But also with us being tapped into that emotional self, we can be like, we can really know how to pick and prod a person and really make them feel like crap, and really, you know, get into their head and get into all of that and make them like feel a totally different way. So as a Cancer or as any type of water sign, it's your responsibility to learn how to control your emotions and control that intuitive nature that you have, and really work on building your intuitions. Because Cancer energy, I keep saying Cancer, but the water energy in general is very healing. You know, water is extremely healing. You know, if you are burnt up, you throw yourself in some water. If you got dirt all over, you can go in the water and get cleansed and still come out, you know, renewed, rejuvenated, refreshed. You know, anytime you come home from work, you jump in that shower, your body, your muscles are more relaxed, more refreshed, more uplifted. But again, that water energy can come in and destroy everything and everyone. So it's important that you work on your own intuition so that you can be more of a healer versus the destroyer. I'm talking to you. It's interesting that there is an abundance, right? There's an abundance of water here on Earth. So it's water energy is very 3D, as people say. It's very earthy. It's very earth plane because there's so much water here. There's an abundance of it. But also with water being tapped into intuition, water being tapped into something that we cannot, you know, we can't capture intuition and bottle it and sell it. Versus you can capture water, bottle it, and sell it. But water is tapped into this intuitive energy, this energy that's coming from the other dimensions, the astral plane, all of that. But it's also abundant here on Earth. So it kind of integrates those energies. It taps into the energy that we can't see, that's not here, but it is here, but it's just not, you know, it's not tangible. But it is still tangible. Water itself is still tangible. Does it make sense? Like we're tapped into the earth energy, the 3D energy, and also other dimensions. So with that being said, I think that's another thing that makes it more of an intuitive sign, more empathic sign. Water signs can really pick up on a person's energy, can really feel a person's feelings. And if you have a lot of water in your chart, or if you have a lot of planets in a water house, so the 4th house, the 8th house, or the 12th house, that can make you extremely empathic no matter what element. No matter what sign. So you could be a Capricorn, which is like completely opposite, right? I mean, it's earthy, it's like, get this done, stoic energy. But you might have a lot of Capricorn in your 12th house. That will make you more of an intuitive Capricorn energy, a more artistic Capricorn energy. You're able to take that artistic energy and, you know, really materialize it because it's got that Capricorn there. So just keep that in mind, that it's very empathic, and you have to protect yourself with that water element. It's important for you to protect yourself. So with people with water elements, it's easy for them to get attached to things. It's easy for them to mold themselves to people. Because just look at water. Water can go through just the tiniest crack. I remember my mom is like really into, like, she's a handy woman, okay? So she's able to, like, you know, throw up some drywall and do all this. She's like, water is so destructive. Like, water can get in one little crack and mess up your whole foundation. You know, all you need to have one crack, get the water in there, and it's gonna mess up your whole foundation. It's gonna be all a hot mess. So, you know, water can get into everywhere. Water can take on the form of whatever vessel it's in. So with that being said, that's kind of like the empathic energy. Like it can take on, it can feel how you're feeling, but also it can take on your feelings. So it's important, if you do have water in your chart, it's important for you to be more protective of your energy, because it's so easy for you to not have boundaries. It's so easy for you to just be like, yes, I'll take care of you, come here, let me give you what you need. Just like the ocean, we throw stuff in the ocean all day every day. It just takes it. But that's not good for the ocean. We think, oh, it's so vast and abundant, it don't need it. Similar to a mother, female energy. Well, I meant to say that water energy is feminine. I meant to say that in the beginning of the video. But like females, we take on energy, we absorb energy, we literally take in energy, okay? Literally. So we can absorb so much of it. So it's important for us to protect ourselves, to set boundaries, and to really know when we're picking up on somebody else's ish versus our own stuff. So with that being said, the water element is internal. It's feminine energy. It's very internal. It's very into itself. It might not push its energy out like a fire sign or like an air sign or air element. It's more an internal thing. So it's very important for water signs to have time to themselves, because that's how they rejuvenate. That's how they're able to take on everybody else's BS, because they first have to then take time to themselves and really work on themselves and be like, okay, that's not my energy, that's your energy. They have to sift through the BS. They have to really build up. They have to fill their own cup, because they know that when they get out there, their cup might be full of all your BS, and that's not going to help them to be conductive, because they're going to be, when you take on too many people's energy, you don't know what's yours or what's theirs. And it can be very overwhelming, it can be very emotional, and it can make you extremely imbalanced. That's why Cancers that are very, very, very moody, like up and down, they need time to themselves. They need to get away from other people. They do. Cancers cannot be out clubbing all day, every day. Like, they need some time to themselves. They're going to be at the club. They're going to be the type that's going to be at the club that's going to be in a corner somewhere to themselves for a minute with their drink. Like, I'm just watching, folks. I need to take a breather. But once again, always keep in mind that it depends on your sun, your moon, your rising, and other planets in your chart as to if this is going to really resonate with you. And also, what planets you have in your water houses, being your 4th house, your 8th house, and your 12th house. Okay, something else is that similar to fire signs, so I keep talking about fire signs, fire and water are very similar in their energy. One thing that they're similar to fire signs is that they their energy can kind of be all over the place. Water, like I said, is very abundant. It can go into anywhere. It can take on the energy, or it can take on the form of a lot of things. So what's important with if you have a lot of water in your chart is to give yourself a task, give yourself things to do, give yourself, something to work on, because you might find yourself being pulled and pushed into too many different things and too many different people, and you might not be as grounded as you need to be if you have a lot of water in your chart, especially because water is associated a lot with your feelings and your emotions. And just think about it. We go through how many feelings and emotions in one day? It's completely up and down all day. So you don't always want to be swept up by your feelings and emotions, because that could take you anywhere. And I'm not dogging feelings or emotions. I'm a Cancer, so I get it. That's what helps us to move forward, is to feel things. Everything we do is because we want to have a feeling out of it. So feelings and emotions is extremely important, but you don't want to be swept up by them and not be able to have something that you're going towards. So say, for instance, something as simple as I want to save $1,000. If you just focus on your feelings and emotions, you will never get there, because one day you're like, forget it. Forget that money. I don't care. I want to go eat something. Forget that money. I'm about to just go shopping. I'm pissed today. Let me go shopping. You get swept up by your feelings and emotions versus focusing on your goal. So with water energy, it's important for you to have something that you're working on, something that you can focus your energy on. And I don't hear people talk about this a lot, but water element people, you need to watch who you have around you. Very, very important. Who you have around you as a water element will really, it's so important. Similar to air signs, it's so important because you can absorb that person's energy and carry out that person's energy. And it doesn't mean you're a follower. No, It just means that you can take on people's energy. So you have to protect yourselves and be around people who are more resonate more with who you are. So talking about the zodiac, I talked a lot about the water element, but talking about the zodiac signs, the cardinal sign of it all, the one who initiates this water energy, is Cancer. So it's just like, I would say it's like when it rains, right? That's like Cancer energy. Boom, water is coming into the earth. Like, okay, here comes some water, water, water. Then it'll get into the Scorpio. Scorpio is a fixed sign. So water is, Cancer is cardinal. It's going to show you how we supposed to act. It's going to show, well, not how we supposed to act, but it initiates feelings and emotions. It says, okay, this is how I feel. Like, I'm mad. Ugh. And then when it gets to Scorpio, it's like, I am mad. And then it like locks it in. It becomes like water that's frozen. I am mad. I'm pissed off. It's holding on to that anger. It's holding on to it like, okay, I'm going to do something with this. I ain't going to do nothing right now. But when I do it, whoo, you ain't going to see it coming. It'll hold on to that emotion and it'll like stew in it and it'll be like, ooh. And then when it gets to Pisces, it thaws out and it just becomes like all over the place. It's just like if you put an ice cube on the counter, it's gonna just, and it melts out. It's gonna be all over the counter. Pisces is mutable. It spreads out. Pisces energy can, it can ebb and flow with everybody. And this is one of the things I love about Pisces energy, is because they can be extremely artistic. And to be an artist, you want your stuff to resonate with a lot of people, and you can really tap into the collective consciousness with that Pisces energy because it's intuitive. So you are getting the intuitive psychic energy from a lot of different people, and you're able to transform that, and you're able to be artistic, and you're able to show that art to so many people. That's why Pisces is associated with music. Oh my gosh, because that Pisces energy knows how to move the masses emotionally. And then going back to Scorpio, it's a fixed water sign, and it can be very, very transformational. Water and also with Scorpio is ruled by Mars as well as Pluto. So it has some of that fiery energy that you will see in Aries, because Aries is also ruled by Mars too. But it's the feminine exaltation or the feminine execution of the Mars energy. So it's not super like out there in your face. It's more so internal, like an internal thing that you're working on, internal emotions, deep internal emotions. Remember, it's fixed. So it's fixated on its emotions, and it really starts to understand how it feels. If it's high vibrational, Scorpio energy that's low vibrational, they're holding on to stuff, but they're not transforming the energy. Like Pluto was supposed to transform energy. It's supposed to transmute it. They don't transform. They just hold on to it. They just hold on to the baggage, and they try to just hurt you, versus taking it, internalizing it, understanding it, getting a deep understanding, emotional understanding of it, and then transforming it into something that's beautiful, something that's therapeutic, something that's going to heal people and heal itself. But if you love vibrational Scorpio, it's probably like one of the worst things to be. I don't want to say bad or good, but low vibrational Scorpios can be, especially men. Let me sip to that. I might do a video talking about all the specific zodiacs, but low vibrational Scorpios, men, it's important. Oh, let me just go back a little bit. It's important for water signs to have strong females in their lives, because water is feminine energy. It's the mother. Okay, especially Cancers is the mother of the zodiac. And it's important for you to have that nurturing feminine energy in your life. That way you can learn how to nurture and take care of yourself as well as others, because you already are, you're already naturally attuned to be more nurturing and mothering. So it's good to have that example in your life. And if you didn't necessarily have that example in your life, I'm not saying it's going to be a struggle, but you're going to be finding yourself in situations where you really have to learn how to nurture and take care of yourself, because that's just innately where your energy lies. So it's going to be important for you to work on that, to be able to work on being able to nurture yourself and not finding that nurturing energy through other things. So like I said, water signs can pick up on a lot of people's energy and can absorb a lot of things. With them being so emotional, if they aren't able to take those emotions and feelings and transform them into something else and use them as fuel, they can become overwhelmed. Like I said, you have to work on yourself internally as a water sign. If you don't do that, you might find yourself being in situations where you become addicted to a lot of stuff, whether it be substances, food, gossip, sex, pornography, addicted to like shopping and things like that. You can have a very strong addictive personality if you do not learn how to nurture yourself, and if you do not learn how to create distance from other people and to protect your own energy. I'm saying this as a warning, okay? If you know that you're akin to being addicted to certain things, that means you need to work on nurturing yourself in ways that are not attached to external things. You need to learn how to nurture yourself without needing anything or anyone but yourself, okay? Did that make sense? I hope it did. I hope it did. That being said, I think we're pretty much done talking about the water sign. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and watch the other elements, because with astrology, if you really want to learn about astrology, it's important for you to look at it in its totality, as well as, you know, just the details of it, and not just look at your sign. But the great way to learn astrology is to look at other people, to learn other people's charts, learn people in your family's charts, your friends, your past lovers will teach you a lot about astrology and about yourself as well. So that's that. Thank you all for watching. Peace. Remember, in all that you do, stay forever true. Shout out to the Cancers gang gang.